G'day everybody. I want to talk about sound and explain something little so I can help explain something else when it comes to sound. Now, everyone knows when it comes to night time, or once you get enough education, Tommy the Tone kind of knows, that once it gets to night time, to get the lights we got right there, let me just put them out there, it gets quieter. And have you ever noticed when it gets quieter because everyone else is quiet, that you might hear someone that you didn't hear all day talking the same thing, and you're like, I didn't hear them talking during the day, but now I can hear them. And that's because the sound has gotten quieter. And what happens there is sound is a sound wave. So, and then you see the sound travel. You can check out Doco's about this, right? And what happens is during the day, when there's lots of noise around, it becomes like an ocean of sound. And you got and these waves, and every it depends on how loud it is. You can imagine a bigger wave, so a little wave, big wave, little wave, and what they're doing is they're clashing, and waves, sound waves can out sound wave other people. So just over there at night time, you can hear a grinding anywhere in this whole block because it's quiet. But in the day and you've got cars going past and things going beep, 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 and tweet, 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 and this and this and that, that sound that's usually really loud that could travel if it was by itself clashes into other sounds and gets neutralized, like waves clashing in an ocean. So that's why we have time limits at certain times at night for certain things, because you will hear them louder, right? So when it comes to the sound, and now you know sound waves, so I'll just quickly explain sound waves. That's what I need to do, and let you understand how they work, right? They're like a water. They're out. You don't see it, but it's there. They're a wave. If you had a machine, and we do, they can detect that wave. They can show you the wave, right? So imagine if you could pick up that wave, which we do in our ears. But imagine if you can pick up that wave before the wave comes, like a little second. How could that be possible? Right? But imagine if you could. We can create devices that do that, that listen further. True? So imagine you can listen to a sound wave a little further, like you can hear it. So that might give you a few seconds of hearing that sound and be able to do an action if your body's used to it. So if you keep dancing to sounds and doing it, I'm trying to explain something that you won't understand without me, really. But I'm trying to explain how something is possible. And I've got to do it in a way where the devil's not listening and uses this for its benefit only. So hopefully, actually I'm going to probably stop there about sound waves and how you might be able to tap into it, because humans and their brains' abilities to do all sorts of things, but sometimes you don't know how to do something unless you know it's real and possible. That can help, and you practice it. Like if someone tried to tell you to move an ear and there was no one around that can move an ear, or seen anyone move an ear, they would say to you that's impossible that you can move your ear. True? Now, we all know that people can, because they've seen it. They know people do it, so they go, look, I moved in here. And they go, how did you do that? And then and they will say to you, well, a lot of practice and knowing, or even thinking that, hey, if that's my body part and I can move this, why can't I move that? Right? So when it comes to our brains, and we know we can tap into blue waves and other things that we don't know of, and we're starting to get there now as we use robots to pick up our thoughts and stuff. If a robot can pick up your thought, could you pick it up back? Well, the theory is that you can. And the theory is that you just don't know how to do it. It's not activated yet. Scientists talk about this kind of thing, right? So, because I know this, I practice things, and then I realise certain things with a long enough practice. And people will call it bullshit. And you can call it bullshit until you see the fact. And once people see the fact, it makes them want to do it more. So once someone sees that they can tweak their titty and the chicks love it, more people will keep practicing and wanting to do it. Not everyone will able to do it, as people go out there will try to do it and go, oh, I'm not going to try it for 6 months before I even see a tweak. I've got to keep thinking and getting a headache going, before I even get a tweak. It's not too much for me. And so you don't, because in that factor you go, what's use? I don't need to tweak my titties for a chick because they like my face, or they like how I beat up people, or something like that, right? And you might just want an extra tweaky thing and have the titties because you're good looking with muscles, right? You want to tweak how good that. People do what they do and practice to do that. And sometimes you don't even need a practice because it naturally becomes you. So your practice might be 2 days to whistle, where someone might take 2 weeks. You get it? It's just the way things are. But when you see it can be possible and it happens, then it can be. True? And if science says on paper, that's how we get everything made now today, that the theory is sound, it's possible, doesn't mean it is, they even say that, and which is true, because everything's not a guarantee one. But once you know that the theory's there, then it's possible, then it's worth giving a go. True? Anyway, have a good one, and bye-bye.